Hello and Randy here. Beautiful fall day to be working out in the garden here today. We've got quite a few things lined up here for the garden. First off, we're going to get the tractor and the rototiller fired up, and we're going to rototill everything that does not currently have anything in it. So what's behind me here, the potatoes, the corn, the beans. Let's see, once your watermelon's still growing yet, so we should probably leave that. There's still a few watermelon there. I probably can't get the rototiller in right behind me here, so that we'll just hit that with a hand rototill, which we already did. I'm also going to be putting down fertilizer and some insecticide as well. We have a lot of problems in this garden here with ants and all that good stuff, everyone, and also moles. So I want to get the ants and the moles at least somewhat under control here if we can. Also, I want to take folks around the back side of the garden here. I'll show you how I designed the fence, so when it comes time, like now, to rototill, we can get in there with the tractor. Okay, I'm around the back side of the garden here, and here's what the garden is looking at here. By the way, we're September 18, by the way, for those of you who wonder what the actual date is here today, and this is what it's looking like. All the potatoes have been dug. Like I said, we've got a few watermelon out there yet. Beans are done. The corn has all been picked. And we've gotten some of the stuff out of the garden that needs to get out, the stakes for the beans and stuff like that. And then I've got this side of the fence open up, Evan. Back when I put this fishing line on, I didn't do a good job of doing that one, apparently, because I've got it tied in that corner, and I just got it all the way around, and it stops at the gate. It's like, oh my goodness, so I had to untie it all the way around, Evan. Otherwise, either that or I had to cut it, which I suppose I could have done too, but I didn't really want to do that because it's still good yet. And what I did with the rabbit guard fencing, that's what this stuff is called, by the way, because it's narrow at the bottom and then it winds out at the top here. I've got the post down there of one all tied together so I can wrap it back around and tie it back to that fence post, and I'll have my fence back in place. And then, of course, I took the stakes out that were in between there as well. I had a couple of stakes, I don't know, every 10 feet here or so, just to help us support the fence. But that worked out pretty good. I just had to pull those stakes out. I probably could have left them too and fit in between them with the tractor, but I'm like, yeah, no sense taking any chances. We'll just pull them and get them out of the way. Oh yeah, you make good pee-pee? You making good pee-pee, huh? Yeah, such good pee-pee. And for a rototilling up our garden, we got the John Deere 2510 here today with the rototiller on the back. This is a King Cutter rototiller, 6 foot wide. Probably would be nice to have a little bit wider rototiller here for this tractor. It's actually not quite wide enough for the Mahindra either. Like 7 foot or 8 foot rototiller would be perfect. But anyway, it gets the job done, Evan. I got to say, it does a phenomenal job. For those of you who have ever used these in your garden, it really works the soil up well. Especially, you know, we got all the corn on that side. We'll mulch that stuff right up here with us. So let's get the John Deere fired up here. Oh boy, I see you there. It looks like cobweb. It actually hasn't been sitting here this long. It's been doing some work here this summer, so let's see once. Key on, that down. Put that down just a little bit. Let's see if she'll start. Nope, nothing, really? Uh-oh, Houston. I have a problem here. Oh yeah, my light's not on. Okay, gotta go check this out, everyone. What's wrong? Okay, I had to do a little troubleshooting here. Did not have any power at all in the tractor. I was checking the fuse block up here, so I've got a fuse block mounted in the back here, which I can put the cover back on that here, I think. Let's see, I think that goes this way if I remember correctly. Yeah, that goes back on there and close that back up. Yeah, that's not a normal John Deere 2510 fuse block, is it? In fact, I don't think the 2510 has a fuse block at all, if I remember correctly. Might be because there's a few extra electronics up here. But yeah, on my way home with the rototiller, Evan, I got a couple miles, and also I lost all power. And when I say power, all electronic power, because the engine here does not rely on electronics at all, Evan. So once the engine's running, the engine runs. We don't need power at all for the engine, so the engine stayed running. But yeah, I lost my radio and fan and all that good fun stuff, right? Oh well, fortunately it wasn't too hot out. And no radio, oh well. I just sit there and listen to my thoughts. Yeah, that was scary, right? Okay, anyway, a little troubleshooting, Evan. I couldn't remember where. It's like, where? I know there's a fuse here somewhere for like everything. And when I say everything, for the key, and I forgot that is in here, Evan. So here is the fuse, and I already took it out. I need to go get another one. Fuse for the key. This fuse for the key turns on this relay down here, which turns on all power for the tractor. And then there's also an 80 amp inline fuse down there, resettable one as well. So I put lots of like fuses and circuit breakers and relays in this tractor here. hopefully making things simple. Now, if I could just remember that I left this one in here, yep, that would help everyone. I won't even have to bother to open that. I was thinking it was in there, but then it's like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. It's down here. Right there it is, Evan. So let me get another fuse for that, and we should be ready to go. Okay, let's try this here again, everyone. Yeah, now that we actually got power. Yep, that's always a good sign. Yep, hello. Okay. We have nothing on the starter, though. Okay. And the light goes out. That's weird. Wonder if there's a reason they fuse blew. Well, everyone, when in doubt, screwdriver. Yep, that works pretty good. Got it started. Might have to do a little more troubleshooting later on, though. Okay, we got the rototilling done, the first pass rototilling done. What we're gonna do now is gonna put the fertilizer down, and then we'll work this in with the rototiller here one more time. I'm debating if I want to put the insecticide down now or if I should wait till it rains, because you're supposed to wait for rain to have that rain it in.
Oh, you can always water it in.
Yeah, that's true. We could water it in. We might just do that. I like that idea. So maybe we'll put the fertilizer down, I'll rototill it, then we'll put the insecticide down and we can water it. Water will be good too after fertilizer. There's no, I checked, there's no rain in the forecast here for the next week, at least at the moment. So yeah, let's get some fertilizer down. I'll show you folks what we're putting down for fertilizer here in a minute, and we'll start on that. Okay, and here's the wagon load of goodies we're going to be putting on the garden here. First off, again, our insecticide, just using the Sevens Garden Tech stuff. So we did last year's well, I think. I don't know how well it works, Evan, but it seems like we need something. So next up on our fertilizer, we got 4600 straight nitrogen, everyone. We're going to be putting that on probably right here. The plan is to put the corn here next year. So I'm going to be putting that on there. Probably not all 50 pounds of it. Unfortunately, I can only get a 50-pound bag. So we'll probably, I don't know, maybe half of it. I think that's what I did last year. It was about half a bag on that side. I was given half a bag, so I didn't have to buy the half. But yeah, I had to buy half a bag this year, or a full bag this year. So I don't know, I guess we could put the whole bag on. That might be a little much. And then underneath that one, we just got regular 12, a bag of 12. I'll probably put that across the entire garden, and we'll probably put that entire bag on. I think we'll see once here. Again, I'm going to put that across everything, everyone.
Thank you. I don't think I'm going to get taller.
Now, if you folks think this looks like crack, well, to plants, it is. This is straight nitrogen, or urea, or 4600, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I'm sure YouTube is fine with you using the C word.
This is essentially weed crack, or no, plant crack, right? Well, it works on weeds too, so.
Yeah.
It's plant crack.
It's drug dandruff.
Yes. And we're going to put it on the corn here.
You're totally going to get demonetized for using the C word.
Okay, when fertilizer is done, we'll now rototill that in. I'll just go over everything one more pass here. And then we'll probably put the insecticide on top of that, and we won't rototill that in. Okay, my fertilizer has been rototilled in. Now what we'll do for the plants that are already here is I'll take the rake here, and just a leaf rake like this works pretty good, and we'll run this over the leaves, hopefully try to knock the fertilizer off the leaves. You don't really want to have fertilizer on the leaves, when it kind of tends to burn them, so we'll just Yeah, just kind of like that. Go through, try to knock it off. It's mainly the only thing here is the strawberries, so. Yeah, I can definitely see it all down there. Don't want that if we can help it. At least that's what I've always been told anyway. If you leave the fertilizer on the leaves, it's going to burn them, so. Gotta say, speaking of strawberries, Evan, oh, are they looking good? They are looking good. I don't know about you folks, but I think strawberries is one of my favorites. Okay, let me finish this up, and then we'll get on to the next step. Next up on our list of products to put on the garden here, we're using the 7's Insecticide here, Insect Killer, I guess they call it here. Again, we've got a lot of ants and a lot of moles in this garden. If anyone knows of anything better to put on, let me know, because, yeah, I don't know how well this one actually works. I'm not sure. I guess, I mean, they say this is the time of year to put stuff on for grubs and stuff, so hopefully that'll work. Get rid of some of the grubs in here, which will hopefully make this less attractive for the moles. Once we're done with this, we got one more thing to put on here yet on the garden here, and that is hopefully what will set the garden up here for next year, and that will be our cover crop. So let's get this on first, and then we'll move on to that. Yeah, I'm not sure about that kind of fertilizer. I think I would stick with the fake fertilizer. Ooh, there's a big old potato. I better pick that out of there. Looks like we must have missed that one or something, Evan. And I see one there as well. Again, we had a lot of problems with that last year, Evan, with volunteer potatoes coming in that we must have missed. So trying to make sure we avoid that problem here for next year. Anyway, we're going to work on putting the cover crop down here now. This is cover crop I got from Amazon, by the way, so shipped right to your door, of course. It is a little bit expensive, and when I say expensive, and it got a lot more expensive than it was last year. Last year I paid $20 for a bag. I think they were bigger bags too. I could be wrong, but they sure seemed like they were. And I got 2 bags. This year, Evan, they are like over $30 a bag, so I only got 1 bag here. I'm hoping to cover like most of this with 1 bag. Hopefully that's good, Evan, because yeah, that's kind of expensive there if you ask me. For those of you who wonder what this all has in it, there it is, Evan. Whole bunch of different stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It looks good, I guess. Locally, I can get rye, Evan, but I don't know of anywhere locally that like sells like a mixture of stuff, and I don't know, just rye doesn't seem like enough stuff to me, so we're putting this down. It does, at least from my experience last year, grow really well. We had no problems with it coming up. Even accidentally got some in the strawberries last year, which we're going to try to avoid this year, and it even came up in the strawberries, and that was kind of annoying to have to pull all those out last year, or actually no, that was this year, because again, it'll kind of grow over the fall one, and then it'll come up next spring here as well. And yeah, it was in the strawberries, so don't want that to happen if we can help it. And that's what the seed looks like there, by the way. A whole bunch of different seeds in it. I don't think there's any coating or anything on these seeds that I know of, so yeah, quite colorful as well. Cool. This, I'm sure, is the rye seed here. Not sure what that one is. Looks like a pea seed of some sorts. Black seed, yeah, no idea what they all are. Anyway, let's go ahead and spread this on the garden here. You know what? I'm going to try to make use of the edge guard here, or turn that on. So hopefully we can go along the strawberries here. Yeah, won't be able to put it in the watermelon there yet, Evan. Probably just going to skip that spot this year, and oh well, is what it is. And then we can turn that back off. I think one more pass down the middle here should be pretty good, hopefully. And then we'll go to the other side, and whatever's left, then we'll oh boy, it's getting a little low, Evan. Might not have enough for both sides here. Well, again, Evan, this is the side I plan on putting corn on, so this is probably arguably the more important side. I'm not as worried about the second side here. Bunch of little seed in there. Yeah, there we go. Probably should have got 2 bags, Evan. That stuff is expensive though, so I don't know, maybe if I can find a cheaper spot to get it from, that wouldn't be so bad. But well, I don't remember how I did the cover crop here last year other than spreading it out, if I worked it in somehow. So I'm just gonna take the rake here to the garden here real quick, go over everything, just kind of get that cover crop, just at least a little bit of dirt on top of it, right? Work it in, and then we'll get the sprinklers out here and start watering everything. Well, I think that's going to about do it here for this video. I got the sprinkler running. What I typically do, at least when the garden is growing, is I run it 2 hours in each location. So back there, about halfway in the strawberry rows, and then once up here. So, you know, 6 hours total. Give the garden a good soaking. So that's probably what we'll do here in this case too. Give the cover crop a good water in here, and hopefully get it started. See how it comes up. This will also probably be about the last gardening video here this year. So here's to 2024 of it. Hopefully next year's garden will be just as good. We had a really good garden here this year. I think we learned a couple of things, like we need to tie up our peas a little bit better next year. And then I wouldn't mind seeing if we can get our corn to be a little bit better as well. We had good corn, Evan, but there's always, you know, the ability to improve upon it, right? Especially on the fertilization part. We got a lot of ears that, you know, were, you know, that much on the top that looked like they had not been fertilized. So it'd be nice to maybe improve upon that as well. Anyway, with that, Evan, thanks for watching. If folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And as always, Evan, thanks for watching, and until next time.